Start with in person.
I know who that is.
Hey, Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you take us through that final about 90 seconds?
No.
You guys kind of found a way.
I mean, our defense kept getting better the whole second half. I mean, we held them to 29 points in the second half after giving up 44 early. I mean, we did a much better job on Ryan Howard in the second half, and not only just contesting shots, but we just kept her from getting some better looks. AC and Tosh took turns on her. Kennedy guarded her for a little bit in the second half. We kept from fouling her in the second half. But they're a good team, and that was a legit hard win. Our offense has been a little bit spotty. We're still turning the ball over too much, just on kind of unfamiliarity a little bit. But we kind of got through it and figured it out. So kudos to our defense. We got great contributions from a whole bunch of people. Good start for Elizabeth rebounding the ball. Too bad she didn't get the block call on the one she blocked, but mostly a good night. Especially any win on the road is really good. I don't have any other like blow by blow in the last 90 seconds other than we got I think 4 defensive stops in a row, and that makes a big difference.
Another night where you guys kind of find a way sometimes. Again, what does that say about this team where even, when times are tough, they still figure out a way?
I mean, you never once saw them, come into a huddle with their heads down, or there was always somebody encouraging somebody, talking about, hey, let's get another stop. One of our goals is to see how many times in a game we can get 3 stops in a row. And we got a bunch in the second half like that. We didn't get very many at all in the first half, if any. We just kept matching baskets in the first half. But, after that, we got a bunch in a row. And you can see why that group that played a lot, Natasha, Ariel, Alicia, Elizabeth Williams, Shakira are all known as good defenders because we needed some lockdown stops and we got it.
What was the biggest difference in defending Ryan from that first to second half?
I think we lost contact a few times in the first half. She made some tough shots with a hand in her face too. I mean, you give her credit for making some tough ones. We just made it a little bit tougher for her to catch it in the second half. Had a second defender when she drove. She would prefer to shoot the jump shot. I just think that she had to work a lot harder than she did, and we didn't foul her.
Going to Shibata.
Hello, Coach. Again from Tokyo, Japan, and congratulations on a great win. About Rui Machida, she's got just 9 minutes, the fewest minutes for her tonight, but I think she's had a great game by making plays at the end of the third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter. Can you talk about her performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was a game where we were playing, some very physical players early. And then, Natasha was playing so well tonight. I mean, Natasha had, I think, 16 points, 5 assists and rebounds. And so there are going to be nights, like I said a couple of days ago, there are going to be nights some people play more than others. This was one of those ones where, I kept the group out there that, has been here longer, more experience. But yet she came, as you said, in the third quarter and the start of the fourth, we got a little bit of a roll going. It took some pressure off Natasha to not have to handle the ball the whole time. We played them together for a few minutes. And it's just, from night to night, things are going to change for everybody. Tonight was just one of those nights.
Okay, thank you so much. ありがとうございました。
Jen.
Hi, Coach. Looking at the bench points, that looked like a big difference in the game with you guys getting 25. Particularly coming off a year last year where you guys were so thin. How good is it to see that bench production, and particularly from Tiana?
Well, it was great. I mean, get her going a little bit. She's been struggling with her shot a little bit. And, she still doesn't have a rhythm yet at the 3-point line, but I think that a game like this will help her confidence. That's 2 games in a row where we've had huge contributions from the bench. I mean, we had 40 something the other night in Dallas. And as you said, 25 tonight. I don't know the exact stat, but we might have the leading scoring bench in the league right now. And that's going to, serve us well. And that's before we even, talk about Elena bumping somebody else to the bench. So, whoever that is, it's going to be some production there too.
Rafiq.
This is Ralphie, nothing but that sports. So congratulations on the win, the ATL.
Thank you. It is road wins are special.
You outscored them 24-15, and it was to pull off another qualifying win, despite the fact that Ryan Howard came in hot with 21 points. Like, what is the mindset for this team as they look to continue to build on this 5-1 start as you compete for the Las Vegas Aces for the top spot in the WNBA?
Well, we're not spending any time thinking about Las Vegas. We're worried about our next game now on Sunday against Chicago. I think, what it speaks to is our defense in the fourth quarter was exceptional. It was exceptional most of the second half, but we got some points off our defense in the fourth quarter too, able to get out and run a little bit. I think the other part of it is a general rule. We're holding people, 30 and under. Our goal has been to hold people under 30, points in the paint. I think they end up exactly at 30 at the end. So I think, right now we're doing things really well at that end.
And follow-up question, as you go up against Chicago Sky, you're going to be facing former Mystics Emma Nisebet, who was the MVP for your championship team. Like, how good of a feel is it being able to compete with her again?
I don't know if it's a good feeling or not. She's a pretty good player. I haven't really had a chance to think about it much, but she's going to present a challenge. We all know how good she is.
Appreciate the
Owen?
insight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Owen.
Hi, Coach. Owen Pence with Winsider. What challenges does Ryan Howard pose, both coming off screens off the ball and then handling the ball in the pick and roll?
Off the ball, she's got such a quick release on her 3-point shot. Obviously we spent a whole couple years, scouting her, especially when we had the number 1 pick, and it was a very tough call about what we were going to do. We liked her game, and at the end of the day, we felt like we needed a post player more for the long term. But she's an exceptional shooter, particularly from 3 right now. She's not shooting the ball as well inside the arc. I think she's seeing, some crowds of people in the lane. And on pick and rolls, we tried to jam her up a little bit and make her go wide. And so, most of her success came on just pure jump shots more than anything else.
Thank you.
And last question to Nathan.
Hey, Coach T, good win tonight. I just wanted to ask, I wanted to kind of go back to Ryan Howard. She had 19 points in the first half and 2. What was the message going into halftime? And just like what did you tell them and to make the adjustments defensively on Ryan?
Well, we had already made some of them near the end of the first half. One of the timeouts, we got better probably from mid-second quarter on. She did a lot of her damage in the first quarter and the first part of the second quarter. So I thought we had started to get it under a little bit of control in the second quarter. But the message was, let's see if we can keep her from catching the ball in easy spots. We got picked off. We did a little bit more switching in the second half to try to deny some of the catches. We didn't do as much early. I think we got ourselves in a situation where Natasha and Ariel and Alicia Clark were able to hand some of that stuff off and not let her just get an easy catch in the scoring area.
Appreciate you, Coach. Safe travels.
Thanks. Yep. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, you're unmuted. Kareem, you want to go?
Yep, I was just waiting for everybody to get set. Congratulations, y'all, first of all.
Thank
You guys closed that game on an 11-3 run. Tosh, do you want to start on, what you guys did in those about final 2 minutes with scrappy defensive stops, figuring it out. Another game where you guys figured it out at the crunch time.
Yeah, I think we just buckled down on defense. For us, the whole game, it was if we can control the defensive end, then our offense is going to flow from it. But we got to be able to get stops. Atlanta's a really good team. They're playing really well. I don't know why the league is so shocked at their record, but they are a good ass team. So I'm really proud of us, though. That's the first close game that we've really been in this season. And our culture, like we keep talking about our culture won us that game. Regardless if we made mistakes, regardless if we screwed up on defense or turned over the ball on offense, we had each other's backs, and that's why we were able to finish tonight. And our free throws saved us the game too.
What'd you guys do differently on Ryan in that second half? Because she obviously got off to a hot start there.
Alicia Clark. Period.
Was that just a
Alicia,
mindset decision? Like
Alicia should have been the defensive player of the year in 2020. That's no secret. And now that she's healthy, she's getting back into her rhythm. And that's who she is. She's a defensive minded player. She takes pride in being, one of the best defenders on the floor. And she bullied Ryan. That's what we needed to do. Bully her early, not allow her to get comfortable coming off the screens. And AC did a phenomenal job that second half.
Here you came out super aggressive to start the game. Can you just take me through that a little bit? What was your mindset and what was working so well? Let's go early.
I think just starting off aggressive. I was just, in the right spots. My teammates were finding me, and I just was having confidence to take those shots. So just what happened.
How much fun is a game like this tonight where, it's for first place, two of the top 3 picks playing, a friend that I know you guys are cool. What was just like the atmosphere and all that like for you?
I mean, it was dope, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to win. So, when we go out and we jump off, we're just here to compete. But I definitely took the moment. It was a great moment, just for women's basketball, just to, get some more viewership, stuff like that. But, we're just trying to build what we're trying to build over here. So.
I keep asking you about these moments when, you guys are kind of in a little bit of trouble and it always seems like you figure out a way to kind of get a couple big baskets. I think there were a couple of jumpers there, that scramble ball that Tiana pushed out to you and get you on the baseline, then the big steal there at the end that basically put it away. Are you just kind of getting used to having these big moments or are you just kind of putting yourself in good positions to make good things happen?
I think kind of towards the mid of the quarter, I ended up kind of being in good positions, like right place, right time, like Kira said. And then just listening to my teammates, they kept telling me to shoot. I'm looking here and it says 6 for 10. It didn't feel like that. And then when I missed those 2 free throws, they were just like, let it go, next play. And that's what I tried to do. And we were talking about how we really needed to get this road win because not only does it build our confidence, but we continue to talk about culture and what it means for us to learn how to close out games like this. And so that was really just my thought process going in is figure out a way to get it done. And we did.
Cool. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Jen?
Hey, everyone, congrats on the win. Speaking of closing out games, how big is it for you guys to be able to do this, not only on the road, but without Atlanta as well?
We've said it time and time again, whoever puts his jersey on is who we got to rock with that night. We understand the circumstances with a few of our teammates and knowing that some will be in and out this season. And it just is what it is. We got to handle it. For the past 2 to 3 years in this organization, we've kind of been through some stuff that has forced us to deal with adversity at a high rate. So we just have to deal with it. And we will be glad to welcome her back whenever she comes back in and plays with us. And
Sunday.
Okay.
See you Sunday.
Yeah. But you got to respect what each of your teammates have going on, and you have to appreciate the work ethic that they're putting in because they're working to get back on the floor. It's just a matter of trusting their bodies and trusting our staff and doing what we need to do and taking care of each other. When one can be here, we all got to pick each other up. Everybody.
And then just really quick, for any of you, going back to Alicia Clark, how much have you gone against her with her on defense in practice, and what is that like? Can you tell us what that's like having Alicia Clark guarding you?
It's Stacey. She's one of the best defenders to ever come through this league. And that's like of all time. And her IQ on the defensive end, her overall IQ of the game is phenomenal, but especially on the defensive end. She's just the percentages. She's going to know where the team shoots on the floor, where they like to take their shots. She's going to know what plays they like to run, at what moments, the actions, if they're in this position, what action they're about to do. And when you can add that to your team and have that stability on the defensive end, it makes you a lot better. So, I mean, it's tough going up against her every single day. And you're not even seeing her in her prime yet. She's still catching her rhythm. She's still getting herself kind of back and acclimated. So if you thought tonight that she was a dog, she's just going to continue to get better. And that's the exciting part for us. We can be a really, really great defensive team that disrupts at every single position.
Wayne?
Hey, great win, ladies. My question to you, Tasha, we talked about you having a dog mentality, your team having a dog mentality. What does it say about your mental toughness that even though when adversity hits, you may get down, body composure, body language is always A1?
And I think that's back to our culture. I think it's the culture that we've created, that we've built. We understand that this game, we're going to try to be perfect in an imperfect game. It's not realistic. We're going to make mistakes, but as long as we have each other's backs, as long as we're on the same page with each other, it's a game of runs. It's a game of ebbs and flows, and we're always going to go back on our run. And I think tonight you saw again, we didn't mention it, our bench came in and got us back into the game. Our bench has been phenomenal. The depth and the versatility that we have coming in, there's no lulls, there's no drop-offs. So a huge shout out to our bench for getting us back in the game. But when you have that culture, it doesn't matter what adversity comes your way because you're going to weather the storm together.
And my last one to you, Shakira, just what did you like from your game tonight? You started off strong, but what else did you like from your game?
I feel like I just should have been better defensively. I think I started off strong, yeah, but I think I started to die down. Just being aggressive, finishing plays on the other side. But, it's just going back to practice. I'm not going to take it to the head.
Owen?
Hi, Shakira. Owen Pence with Winsider. It's often said that there's no nights off for a center in the WNBA. And tonight, Cheyenne Parker, obviously not an easy assignment. How are you handling that day-to-day, night-to-night, game-to-game grind?
I think it definitely hit me today. My legs were completely gassed. Just trying to, key in on my treatment, key in on just, my rest and, continue to do what I need to do to get my job done.
Thank you.
Shakira is doing a hell of a job. I want to follow up on that. Shakira is doing a hell of a job. You're asking, she's a phenomenal player, and I don't even think she's scratched the surface yet of her potential in this league. Not even close to it, like not even in spitting distance of it yet. But for her to come in, and there is no night off for her. She's guarding Sylvia Fowle. She's guarding Cheyenne Parker. She's guarding Izzy Harrison. She's guarding all these phenomenal players every single night, and she's doing her damn job. She is doing her damn job. So whether she thinks she played good defense tonight or not, the impact that she has on our team on both ends of the floor, without her, we're not winning these games, period.
Thank you.
Patrick?
Hey, this is actually a question for any of you. You mentioned cultures come up a few times. I just wanted to see if you can talk about that a little more and not just on the court, but kind of what it looks like off the court. When the cameras aren't on, I should say.
We came in the locker room, we put on some songs, we dance together, we go eat together, we enjoy coming to work every day. I enjoy coming into practice and just kikiing it with my teammates. And I think from last season to this season, that's been the biggest shift. Last year, we had a lot of adversity. Our culture wasn't necessarily there. So our main focus was getting that culture back this year. And I think our locker room, we just have special individuals that make this just an enjoyment, right? Because we're playing a compact season right now. this shit is tough. Like, we fly home tomorrow, we have walkthrough, film, and then we play on Sunday. Then we have practice Monday, we play again on Tuesday. Then we're in Connecticut in 3 more days. Like, this shit is a grind, but when you're doing it and you're enjoying the people that are around you every single day, it really does make the world of a difference.
Shiba.
Can't see you good.
It's going
Oh.
in and out. Sorry. Go right ahead, Shibata.
Oh, my turn. Okay. My name is Takeshi Shibata from Tokyo, Japan, and I would like to ask Natasha Clark.
Wait, what's my word?
Abone.
So my question is to Natasha.
Yes.
So how do you feel about what you get from Rui Machida tonight as a backup point guard? Today, she just had less than 9 minutes, and but she really came to play and showed some hustle in a Rose Bowl situation and make plays down the stretch.
9 minutes, 29 minutes, Rui impacts the game. She impacts our team in so many positive ways. You're seeing the depth of our bench. You're seeing the versatility and the ability to sub in and out a lot. And Rui's just phenomenal. She's been great from the jump. She caught up. I mean, to have a language barrier and still be able to lead our team, to be one of the leaders, to push pace, to find open teammates, to find herself. And then defensively, she is tough. She's a gnat. She's guarding you 90 feet from the basket. She gives us just a toughness and an intentionality on the defensive end. So Rui's been great for us. She's going to continue to be great for us. We just need her to shoot the ball a little bit more. And we're going to continue to tell her that because she puts in the work. And we trust her and we need her to shoot that ball.
Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And last Zoom question to Christos.
Hey, ladies, congratulations on the win, first of all. If you compare your team from the first game of the season until now, what is the biggest improvement that you see on your game overall? And how this team can be better until the end?
I would say our level of communication is getting better and better each day. You always hear us trying to talk on defense, but I think we're getting a group of being able to talk to each other on offense too. And that's been super helpful for each of us. Like, I know we're trying to play against the other team, but it wouldn't hurt us to open our mouths and tell each other what we want to do. So definitely I would say our level of communication, although it needs to be better, it's still like we're taking it day by day and we're getting better and being intentional about what we're doing every day.
Thank you very much. Keep up.
Back to in person.
Rashad, we can roll it out. My question for y'all is, what do y'all think was the difference in the second half?
You just graduated?
No, this is my little sister, Howard.
Tell your sister congratulations.
I guess.
Absolutely. Sorry, ask your question again.
Yeah, second half, what was the difference in guarding Ryan Howard? What did you guys do differently?
Alicia Clark. Yeah, that's our answer. Alicia Clark. She just understood, again, AC's IQ on the defensive end is so high. She knows when Ryan was in certain position, what actions were coming. And she really just bullied her early and made her job really hard to come off the screens, up in the pressure, making catches tough for her, pushing her out of where their offense wanted to be set up, pushing her up off of ball screens and making her shoot over. AC is a big guard, and especially on the defensive end, she's strong, she's powerful, and I think that really got to Ryan in the second half.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, guys.